I take notice of the planetary alignments. So as the moon and the sun and all the planets move through the solar system, they cross through various zodiac signs. And I always observe where they are in the night sky, and I always observe what zodiac sign they're passing through. Now, if you're interested in zodiac signs and you're interested in the solar system and the history of astrology, you can go to my website and it's all on there. All you've got to do is do a search for it. But also on Facebook, if you look my name up on Facebook, you'll find my page on Facebook. And whenever the alignment is happening, whenever the moon or the sun or the planets are moving past a zodiac sign, I give you that alignment on the day that it happens, so that you can then look into the different affinities for that sign. The Gemini Stellium. Mercury and the Sun meet Uranus in Gemini as the personal planets sweep through the sign. Uranus settles into Gemini from April 25th for a long stay through 2033, meaning every planet passing through Gemini gets amplified by Uranus's electric, revolutionary energy. There are themes of communication breakthroughs, rapid information, and innovative thinking. This is not a quiet, contemplative stellium. This is lightning in a bottle. Gemini is the sign of the mind, communication, information, connection, and the exchange of ideas. And into this sign arrives a once-in-a-generation visitor. Uranus has not been in Gemini since 2018, when it was in Taurus. This 7-year transit will be about finding new ways to learn, communicate, and share ideas, with new ways of establishing community and creative expression through writing, content, and speaking. 2026 ushers in a radical reordering of daily technology. Thanks to Uranus in Gemini and Pluto in Aquarius, 2 planets that will be in a trine relationship for the rest of the 2020s, collaborating on the invention of new exotic technology. Mercury in Gemini is in its home sign, sharp, fast, articulate, and electric. Thinking moves at lightning speed, words come easily, ideas multiply faster than they can be written down. The Sun in Gemini illuminates all forms of communication, learning, and connection. Identity becomes fluid and curious. There's a desire to know everything and talk to everyone. Jupiter in Gemini expands everything Gemini touches, supporting communication and education and bringing new ways of sharing information, favoring the exchange of ideas and knowledge. Uranus in Gemini is the most significant player. Uranus is the planet of invention and breakthrough limitations. In Gemini, it may correlate with progress, new directions, or upheavals in communication, education, travel, science, and commerce, with a push for more individual expression, authenticity, and a desire to break away from existing approaches. Mars entering Gemini adds fire and urgency to the mental energy. Ideas don't just spark, they ignite. And with Mars moving forward, its exact conjunction with Uranus on July the 4th, both planets signify high energy, speed, quick action, and the potential for chaos and disruption. A conjunction that last occurred with Uranus in Gemini in August 1947. The single most electrically charged moment of this entire stellium is May 22nd, when Uranus reaches its cazimi, the heart of the sun. A cazimi occurs When a planet is so close to the sun, it is considered in the heart of the king, purified, empowered, and supercharged. On this day, the revolutionary, invention-sparking energy of Uranus is fused with the conscious solar will. Whatever breakthroughs has been building breaks open. The message of this stellium is the way we think, speak, and connect is being permanently rewired. This is not subtle evolution. It is disruption in the most Uranian sense. Old models of communication, learning, and information sharing don't just get updated, they get replaced. At a personal level, this is a time of sudden mental clarity, unexpected conversations that change everything, and ideas arriving like bolts from the blue. The mind becomes an antenna for the future. Jupiter's final days in Gemini ensure that these breakthroughs don't just arrive as flashes, they arrive with meaning and abundance. Then, as Jupiter departs for Leo on June the 29th, Mars arrives to drive the ideas into action, building towards the July 4th Mars-Uranus conjunction that sends the whole cycle off like a firework. Themes to work with: breakthrough communication, saying things that couldn't be said before, finding new language for new realities. Technological and intellectual revolution, ideas and inventions that feel ahead of their time. Connection and community, new networks, new conversations, unexpected alliances. Mental liberation, releasing fixed ways of thinking, curiosity as a spiritual practice. Speed and adaptability. This energy rewards those who move nimbly, not those who dig in. If the Aries stellium was the forge, this is the transmission. What was hammered into being in April is now being broadcast, fast, far, and in every direction at once.